Okay, I'm down at the state park today. Before I take off, I thought, I've been messing around with these a little bit. Take my grandson down here. And he's 5 years old. And if he can learn this, anybody can. Well, I don't know about today, but back in the 70s, they used to teach this in the Army. And I thought about it not too long ago and made me a few Ranger band. Now these are the only beads I had, so these are what I made. But this just shows how easy it is. You don't have to put a loop in the end of it. I do, so I can put a carabiner. You could just hang it off of your vest or whatever. But what you got is 9 beads and then tie a knot. Of course, I got a knot on the end to keep them from falling off. So it's just a piece of paracord. That depends, you might have to double it depending on the size of your beads, but you don't want them to be able to slide down. You want to have to push them down. So they're in there real tight in this particular set. So you got a knot on one end, and then you've got 9 beads. You tie a knot. Up above them, you put 5 beads. An average man, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter if you're 6'5" or 5 foot tall. Just remember, it's your pace, it's no one else's. Now, say you walk 100 yards. Well, every 10 steps, 10 paces, you would pull one down. That would represent 10 yards. That's 20. And so on, till you get down to the end. That's 90 yards, 90 paces. Your next would be your 100th yard, you'd pull down 1. Then you just start the bottom back over again. You just pull them back up and take off. And when you get done, when you get past this, you've got the 90 down again. You pull 1 more down. That's 200. And when you get to the end, that's 500 yards. Now, anywhere in between, say you only walked 30 paces to the north from where you're camped or where you're stranded and you're trying to find your way out or something. You write down, you know, if you got to have a compass with you or guide yourself the best you can with the sun. So you want to carry a little piece of some paper and a little pencil. Now this is a waterproof pencil, but anything's better than nothing. So you'd write down 30 paces to the north. Then you'd want to start over and you go 50 paces to the east. You may be having to compensate for rough terrain or whatever going back and forth. But that way you're mapping how far you've went and which direction. Once you make your way out, you could follow that right back to where you was. And now how you can mess around, like my oldest grandson's 5 years old. I have to remind him, but he can do it. I can take any object out and set it down out in a field and give him some simple directions to follow. And I have to keep reminding him once he gets to 10 paces to pull down. And you got to compensate for his short stride. But you just follow those directions, you know, north, south, east, west, whatever it is. And you'll end up in that same spot. I mean, you can use these for exercising to count how far you've walked, you know. Every 10 strides, you would pull 1 down. It's 10 paces. And then pull down 1 once you've got to your, you know, you've got these all the way down. That right there would represent your 100th yard, you know what I'm saying? All the way up to 500 yards and start the process over. But these are anyone can make them. You can look them up online. There's a million directions. I'll put a little bit in the end of this one. If you want to pause the video at the end, you can read them. And I mean, there's nothing to them. I mean, this here take you about 5 minutes to make a set. And a little compass, paper, and a pencil. And it's a real good practice. Like I say, so many yards out, however many you go, to whatever direction, you write that down. And then try another direction, back and forth. And just give it a try. It's fun. Gives you some exercise. And if you got any little kids, they get a kick out of it once they find something, following these directions. They're learning something new. And it don't hurt you to do it too. It's that's just something to do. Like I say, even if you just track your own steps, to get some exercise. Don't cost you nothing. You can buy 150 of these beads. I think there's like $1 at Walmart. So I hope you enjoy it. Pause the video at the end if you want to read more about them. The U.S. Army developed this style, but I mean, it's been around. The Romans had something similar, they used a stick, but same principle. Hope you like it.